Some
That would
signals
piss
there.
me off. That would piss me off.
The Kelsey-Swift universe is serving romance, chaos, and comedy like it's a full-time job. First up, insiders spill that Travis Kelce's super private love letter to Taylor Swift finally pops up on screen and has fans collectively screaming into their pillows.
So many unbelievable memories in this tour, but my favorite one is seeing you in concert for the first time, being mesmerized, and swept off my feet by a woman who doesn't even know me.
And then, because subtlety is illegal in this relationship, sources claim Travis goes full Santa mode with a $142K gift spree plus a cozy winter getaway. Next, Kylie Kelce jumps on the podcast and grills Travis about his bold "we never argue" claim like a pro investigator.
You said that you don't fight. You were joking, right? Like you were being sarcastic. The giggle afterwards suggested that you were being sarcastic.
And just when you think it can't get wilder, Kylie casually admits to a controversial parenting method that sets the internet on fire.
You can't do empty threats. That's what you can't do with kids.
You can't do that.
Finally, Jason Kelce explains why living a normal life is basically impossible now. Picture this. It's the final stretch of Taylor Swift's massive record-breaking tour, the kind of tour that basically turned the planet into one giant glitter-covered stadium, and everyone's expecting her to be all strong girl, no tears, mascara stays intact. Yeah, not happening. The big emotional gut punch lands in the finale of her Disney Plus docuseries The End of an Era, when she's backstage in Vancouver getting ready for the last 3 shows. The vibe is chaos, nerves, and that weird end of summer feeling, except instead of summer, it's a $2 billion tour, and instead of sunburn, it's sequins. She's there with her mom, Andrea Swift, doing the last-minute prep when she pulls out something that basically rewires the whole mood, a handwritten letter from Travis Kelce. Now, Travis isn't there because, surprise, the NFL doesn't pause for love letters and slow dances. But he still manages to show up in the most Travis way possible, emotionally sincere, slightly dramatic, and hilarious. The note reportedly takes Taylor back to the start of everything, when he first tried to meet her at Arrowhead Stadium. Yes, that moment, the one that launched 1,000 memes, because he apparently attempted the classic friendship bracelet move in July 2023, and it didn't exactly go as planned. But like every good rom-com, the flop became the origin story. Travis basically tells her that out of all the insane moments on tour, his favorite is the first time he saw her perform, being completely mesmerized by a woman who didn't even know he existed.
So many unbelievable memories in this tour, but my favorite one is seeing you in concert for the first time, being mesmerized, and swept off my feet by a woman who doesn't even know me.
He also apparently gives a cheeky shout-out to the tour logistics, thanking the people who got her to Kansas City like it was fate delivered via scheduling spreadsheet.
I selfishly say thank you for creating this legendary tour, and to Robert for making you stop through Kansas City, Missouri. That night, too, in KC was the beginning of me meeting the love of my life.
And honestly, that same go big or go home energy is now allegedly spilling straight into Christmas, because Travis Kelce basically turned Santa mode all the way up for fiancée Taylor Swift. While the chief star is spending Christmas Day doing the very unromantic activity of getting tackled on national television, he still made sure Taylor's holiday looked like a luxury catalog exploded in her living room. Kelce reportedly dropped around $142,000 on Christmas gifts, which is the kind of number that makes normal people clutch their wallets and whisper, "Sir, please." Apparently this wasn't just one big gift either. It was a whole collection of designer goodies, bags, jewelry, fancy outfits, and basically enough high-end fashion to make even her closet feel underdressed. And because he's not just buying things, he's apparently curating a vibe. He planned a cozy winter getaway too, the kind of romantic ski trip that screams Hallmark movie but make it Billionaire-core. Taylor is obsessed with winter, so Travis leaned into her favorite season like a man who knows the assignment and is trying to secure an A+. The getaway allegedly includes skiing, hot chocolate, cozy rooms, and that dramatic watching snowfall while pretending you're not freezing aesthetic people love. Honestly, the only thing missing is someone dramatically saying, "I've never felt this alive," while holding a mug of cocoa the size of their head. To make sure Taylor has the perfect outfits for this snowy fairy tale, Travis stocked her up with loud luxury pieces from her favorite brands. We're talking Prada fits, cashmere sweaters, and a Dior bag that costs more than some people's rent for like 5 years. One item that reportedly made the list? A suede lambskin Dior bag with a price tag that would make your bank app faint on the spot. And apparently that same confident energy has now jumped from gift receipts to podcast microphones, because Kylie Kelce basically pulled up the new heights like a loving interrogator with receipts and zero fear. So here's what's going down. Kylie, who is famously the human version of an eye roll, but in the most iconic, relatable way, popped onto the New Heights podcast on Wednesday, December 24th, and wasted absolutely no time grilling her brother-in-law Travis about its bold little claim involving Taylor Swift. The moment Kylie brought it up, you could practically hear the internet leaning in.
You said that you don't fight. You were joking, right? Like you were being sarcastic. The giggle afterwards suggested that you were being sarcastic.
What?
Apparently, this all traces back to earlier in December when actor George Clooney appeared on the podcast, and the conversation turned into one of those do couples actually never argue debates. Clooney apparently said he and Amal don't fight, and Travis, in what could only be described as peak romantic chaos, doubled down and claimed he and Taylor have never argued either. Not even a "why did you take my fries" type of argument. Not even a "you said you were leaving at 7, it's 7:11" moment.
Well, it's only been 2.5 years, and you're right. I haven't gotten in an argument in 2.5.
Travis really looked the universe in the face and said, "No, we're built different." Kylie, being Kylie, reportedly brought up the viral clip and basically went, "So, you want to explain yourself?" And Travis immediately slid into playful defense mode, joking that he's definitely a fighter in general, just not with Taylor.
Fight wow. Fight who? Fight who do I fight?
Arguing?
Defensive players.
Yeah.
Oh, defensive guys? Yeah, I fight. I'm a fighter in that sense of it.
Great.
But
Perfect.
He apparently insisted they don't fight, which is either the most wholesome thing ever or the biggest jinx in history. Like, please do not anger the relationship gods on the public platform.
Yep.
But
Continue.
me and Tay, we definitely don't fight.
We don't either.
Meanwhile, the Kelce family podcast universe has basically turned into a Taylor Swift cinematic universe, because Taylor first appeared on the show earlier this year and casually used it to announce her new album, The Life of a Showgirl, like it was no big deal. She also talked about the tour and dropped little relationship nuggets, because why not sprinkle tea where the microphones are? And the funniest part? Jason apparently reminisced about meeting Taylor at a 2024 game and being warned to behave, but then immediately proved he's incapable of that by talking about shotgunning beers with Bill's Mafia and wanting to jump through a flaming table.
She was already telling me to be on my best behavior because we were meeting Taylor. So she's like, do not be on your best. This is part of the Jason Kelce charm. I want to make my best first impression. Yeah, I don't think she was happy about it.
And honestly, that chaotic family energy keeps rolling, because now Kylie Kelce has the internet in a full-blown meltdown over how she deals with her kids when they start dropping spicy language. Kylie casually revealed she uses a super old-school method to stop her kids from cursing: soap in the mouth. Yep, the wash your mouth out method that sounds like something your grandma threatens before she pulls out a wooden spoon and the look of destiny. The conversation came up while they were talking about kids having holiday meltdowns, because nothing says festive spirit like a tiny human screaming because the wrapping paper wasn't open in the correct emotional sequence. They were reacting to stories fans sent in, and one submission allegedly had a parent describing their 9-year-old, calling them something absolutely wild before trying to run away because dentist appointment. So naturally, Kylie started wondering how you'd even attempt the soap move with a 9-year-old without it turning into a full WWE match in your own kitchen.
How are you supposed to put soap in a 9-year-old's mouth? I mean, I suppose you
they're not
could.
doing it.
Travis, being Travis, turned it into comedy and joked that if soap isn't an option, you just scare them another way, like threatening prison time.
You just got to scare them another way. You got to scare them into where that leads to. Like, you keep calling people fat bitches, you're going to prison. You got to take them to prison. You got to show them what prison looks like.
Which honestly is hilarious, until your kids start asking for their lawyer and demanding a phone call. Kylie also reportedly told a story about her oldest daughter, Wyatt, who is 6, using a certain not-so-sweet word once, and Kylie basically implied the kid had instant regret, like she'd hit send on a text to the wrong group chat. But she also made it clear this isn't just empty talk. Wyatt apparently knows Kylie means business because she's experienced the soap situation before.
Ellie was inside the house and Wyatt was closing the front door, and she went, "Bitch," and closed it really slowly and said it at the same time. And immediate buyer's remorse. Immediate. I don't know that she got it that time because she had buyer's remorse very quickly, but she has gotten it before, which is why she knows I'm not joking about a bar of soap.
Kylie even hinted that the secret weapon of parenting is follow-through, because kids can smell a bluff like sharks smell blood.
You can't do empty threats. That's what you can't do with kids.
You can't do that.
Now, of course, the internet did what the internet does, Some people clutched their pearls and called it gross, while others were like, honestly, iconic. Meanwhile, some parenting experts aren't exactly fans of the practice, describing it more as cruelty than discipline. And another advice columnist from back in 2016 reportedly called it extremely harmful, which basically poured gasoline on the debate. And now the Kelce household has moved from soap discourse to something even messier, trying to live a normal life while the whole world treats your family like the main characters of a never-ending reality show. Jason Kelce has been opening up about how his new level of fame is making normal life feel like a cute little fantasy from 2019. Remember when you could go out for groceries without people filming you from behind a cereal box? Yeah, apparently those days are getting rarer for him and Kylie, especially because they're trying to raise 4 daughters, Wyatt, Elliot, Bennett, and baby Finley, without turning every Target run into a meet and greet. Jason's biggest point is that he and Kylie want their kids to have a regular childhood, but it's getting harder when every move they make is watched, analyzed, clipped, posted, and turned into a debate thread. And not just from random strangers either. The fandom energy is coming from inside the house too, because Jason admitted that the Taylor Swift wave didn't just bring attention, it brought a tidal surge. He was already famous, Travis was already famous, but now it's 2 famous brothers plus the most famous pop star on earth, and suddenly you can't step outside without accidentally trending. And here's the kicker. Jason also hinted that even being Travis's brother comes with a weird kind of spotlight now, because Travis isn't just an NFL star anymore, he's also a headline magnet. Add Taylor being engaged now, and apparently everything blows up in the best possible way, but also in a, wow, our privacy just evaporated like morning coffee steam way. Engagement news is like tossing a glitter bomb onto the internet. Fun, shiny, chaotic, and impossible to clean up. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.